nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Howdy! How's everyone doing? And happy Wednesday or whatever day of the week you happen to be watching this. Because you know we deliver a new video every day of the week because we're having so much fun doing this. This, as has been said a lot already. So how about no more of that? So welcome back to another unboxing. You know we do an unboxing here every Wednesday. You get to see something new from the Pixie's box. Now today's a game of galactic proportion, and I am so happy to be bringing it to you. Not as happy as I am to be having it and getting it to the table shortly. So speaking of the table, speaking of the game, why don't you and me, my friends, get down to the table and find out what's in the Pixie's box. I'll see you down there. And here we go. Marvel Champions, the card game. The Galaxy's Most Wanted expansion. So yes, it comes with the two heroes, Rocket and Groot. Rocket Raccoon, as he is officially known in the comics. And there's 5 new scenarios, including Collector, Ronin, Nebula, and Drang. Alright, this looks cool too. Nice artwork. Box is the same exact size as the Rise of the Red Skull box. And let's get inside, huh? Let's see everything. I know Fu Manchu is waiting. He's really excited because he knows that they're in space. That means his cousin Ming the Merciless will get the champions. Alright, Fu. Why don't we get in here and get that blade? No, come on, stop it. Oh, ow! Don't bite me. Come on. There we go. Sharp. All right, thank you very much, Fu. Let's get you off to a safe spot. The incomparable Fu Manchu, everyone. So this is the part of the video that you know by now if you watch my unboxings, because this is the part where I get to say, always cut away from yourself. The plastic is off. It looks so much nicer. Alright, so yeah, this is it. The expansion, you need the core game for this, obviously. I've been preparing my collection to house the stone, but I should be able to make room for you too. Tanalir Tivan, the collector. This is a nice, big, huge 265 card expansion. It's going to be done in a campaign format, similar to the way it was set up in Rise of the Red Skull. Let's see all the cool stuff we can see. Okay, the rules, updates to things, new important keywords, hinder X, incite, patrol, permanent, piercing, range, setup, stalwart, and team up. We've seen team up with Ant-Man and the Wasp as well as Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. We also see, camera quake, everything's so excitable. We also see important keywords known as Villainous and Victory X. And there's a new mode of play. And a new icon. Look at the amplified icon. And from there it should get into the actual rules for each campaign, just like the Red Skull did, with some really cool artwork. It's one little comic book story. Again, the Red Skull did the same thing with that one. And each of these cartoons will lead into a part of the campaign you're going to play. Very nice. And at the back it has, campaign log. Very cool. Very nice. Okay. Well, this insert will be out of here as soon as I get a proper one to help the cards, keep the cards in order. So these are some of the villain cards that we're going to be eventually getting to. Nebula, Drang, Menagerie, Brotherhood of the Badoon, Nebula, nice. But hold on, I think we want to see the heroes first. Groot is up. Really excited to see him. He's really fun to watch in the movies. Let's see how the deck plays out. Okay, here we are, Groot. Here's his heroic form with his thwart, his attack, and his defense. Good defense. Good defense. Floral Colossus. When Groot will take any amount of damage, remove that many growth counters from him. Each growth counter removed this way prevents one of that damage. So I guess that there's going to be growth counters. Oh, right here, growth spurt. There you go. For his non-hero side. Growth spurt plays 2 growth counters on Groot, a maximum of 10. Okay. Now let's see what his personal cards are like here. Fruition. You get to place 2 growth counters on Groot. A couple of those. I am Groot, which is an event. Superpower thwart. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. I am Groot. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. Nice. Groot Stomp. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats the enemy, place 1 growth counter on Groot, maximum of 10. We are Groot. Remove up to 4 growth counters from Groot. Choose that many friendly characters. Give each of those characters a tough status card. Nice! Fertile Ground. Source Fertile Ground and place 1 growth counter on Groot and draw a card. Entanglement Vines. When Groot makes a basic thwart, remove 1 growth counter from him and exhaust Entanglement Vines. Groot gets +2 thwart. Lashing Vines. After Groot uses the basic power, remove 2 growth counters from him and exhaust. Does that say that is to be the same thing? No, almost. Very close. Now Vine Shields. When Groot defends against an attack, remove 1 growth counter from him and exhaust Vine Shields. Groot gets +3 defense. That's nice. He has a 3 to begin with. That's cool. Vine Spikes. When Groot makes a basic attack, remove 1 growth counter from him and exhaust Vine Spikes. It's a +2 attack. And that is it for the 15 cards that are specific exactly to Groot. But his deck also has protection in it. Got Starhawk. Oh, very cool. From the original Guardians of the Galaxies. Desperate Defense. Seen that before. I think this one's new, right? Fighting Fit. Deal 2 damage to the villain. 5 damage instead of your hero remaining hit points are equal to or greater than your hero's starting hit points. Power Protection we've seen. Dauntless. We've seen this. Then any player's control. The hero's remaining hit points are equal to or greater than your hero's starting hit points. You gain Retaliate 1. Hard to Ignore. If the hero defends against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust Hard to Ignore, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. Indomitable. If the hero defends, discard Indomitable and ready your hero. That's awesome. And Rocket. Now, if you were using the Rocket deck, then you would have to switch this out with someone else. But if not, then Groot gets Rocket at his side as an ally. Flora and Fauna with the team-up cards. Place 2 growth counters on Groot to a maximum of 10. And ready him or place 2 charge counters on Rocket Raccoon. Upgrade and ready for that upgrade. Upgrade and ready that upgrade. Energy, Genius, Strength, we know those. Deft Focus. Exhaust Deft Focus and reduce the resource cost of that and of the next superpower card that you play by 1 for that turn. Wilt. This is his obligation. And we have Blazing Inferno, which is a side scheme for Groot's nemesis, who is Fernax. Fan the flames. So there we go with our main man, our main plant, Groot. Let's take a look at the rocket. Ooh, nice. And here we go with our Rocket Raccoon. Thwart 2 and attack and defense of both 1. Murder you! Response after you deal excess damage to an enemy, draw 1 card. Meanwhile, he can recover 3. In his alter ego. Choose and discard a tech upgrade that you control, draw 2 cards. Limit once per round. Okay. Let's check out the rest of these. Okay. I've got a plan. Hero response. You make a basic thwart using your thwart. Ready Rocket Raccoon. And Rocket Raccoon gets +1 thwart while in hero form till the end of the phase. A couple of those. We got a couple of reloads. Ready each tech upgrade that you control. Schadenfreude. At the end of the turn, heal 2 damage from Rocket Raccoon each time you deal any amount of damage to an enemy. In case you're wondering, that's a German phrase, which basically means having pleasure at others' pain. Oh, this is... Okay, look at this. You don't often see this. So we got 2 sources, sources that are different. You got a wild, and you got a mental. For salvage, after you spend this card, put a tech upgrade from your discard pile on top of your deck. As handy. Battery pack, enter play with 2 charge counters on it. Exhaust the battery pack, remove a charge counter from this card to another tech upgrade that you control. Oh. Keeping other things charged up, giving them extra uses, I guess. Cybernetic Skeleton. Tech, you get 3 hit points. That's going to be needed, as I noticed that he starts with 9. On hero form, Rocket gets +1 attack. His big particle gun. Restricted. Enters play with 2 charge counters on it. Hero action attack. Exhausted particle cannon. Remove 1 charge counter from it. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. This attack gains overkill and ranged. Woo! Look at that. Rocket launcher. Another tech weapon. It's also restricted. Enters play with 2 charges counters on it. Exhaust the rocket launcher and remove 1 charge counter from it and choose a player. Deal 2 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. Ooh, now he has a couple of pistols. Rocket's pistols. 3 charges on it. Exhaust Rocket's pistol, remove 1 charge counter from it, and deal 2 damage to an enemy. He's got his thruster boots. Gives him the aerial trait and gives him +1 thwart. Ah, Bug! Bug. Originally with the Micronauts. He was originally a Micronaut character. He has toy and in the comic books. I loved that run of the Micronauts. I really did. It's so cool that they're still keeping Bug around with his... Here he has thwart 1 and attack 1. 2 hit points. After your hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 damage from Bug. That's awesome. Chase them down. We've seen these 2 aggression cards before. I'm not sure if we've seen this one, though. Into the fray. Oh, an attack that deals 6 damage to a minion. Each point of excess damage dealt by this attack, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. I said scream. 3 of those. Looking for trouble. That's another new aggression card. It's an event. Thwart event. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play engaged with you. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Relentless Assault. It's a hero's action. Attack. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you pay for this card using only strength resources, this attack gains overkill. Follow through. Hero interrupt. When the hero's attack damage any amount of excess damage, increase that amount by 1. Ooh, nice. Oh, some new hand cannons. We got 2 of them, 3 of them in here. Yeah, that makes sense. 3 charge counters on them. When your hero makes a basic attack, exhaust hand cannon, remove 1 charge counter from it. Your hero gets +2 attack for that attack. The attack gains overkill. And much like with Groot's pack having Rocket in it, Rocket's pack has a Groot card in it. Flora and Fauna, they both had that. Energy, Genius, Strength. And some basic upgrade, basic cards. We got like 3 upgrades here for Booster Boots. Play only if your identity has Guardian trait, maximum per player. Hero interrupt when you would take any amount of damage from an attack. Exhaust Booster Boots and discard the top card of the deck. Prevent 1 damage. Oh, Crisis on Half-World. Oh, this is his obligation. Yep. And then we have Vendetta, side scheme for the Nemesis. And that Nemesis is Blackjack O'Hare. How awesome. Ooh, his Quick Strike, Villainous. When this minion activates, give it a boost card. Rocket Raccoon's Nemesis minion. Blackjack's Bazooka. Attach to Blackjack O'Hare. If you cannot, attach to the villain. Spend 3 energy resources to discard this card until then it gives a +2 attack. And then a couple of planetary invasions. When revealed, discard the card from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Reveal that minion, then give it a tough status card. Woo! Okay, so there we got Rocket, there we got Groot. Now let's take a quicker look at this. I don't want to get involved in every single card because this is a campaign. And, the campaign is going to have things that, I don't want to spoil for anyone. Let's see. This is part of Nebula's deck. Ronan the Accuser. These are like the last couple of cards. So I'm going to put those off to the side until we draw her out. But we do have Ronan the Accuser here. Scheme of 2, attack of 2. Starts the game with Toughness. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you, give him 1 additional boost card if you control the Power Stone. 2 and 3. Let's take a look at the schemes. Interception imminent. This is his first major scheme. He's going to be running. Then he has Take What Is Mine. Be the second story in his campaign. We got the Kree Command Ship. The Universal Weapon. Fanaticism. Cut the Power. Pincer Maneuver. 2 Pincer Maneuvers. Superior Tactics. Single-Minded Fury. Kree Physiology. Oh boy. You stand accused. Badoon Assassin. Badoon Grunts. Badoon Lieutenant. Sentry. Badoon Warlord. Oh. How did he get the Cloak of Hercules? And the Beyonder's Blazer. Is it from, definitely from Secret Wars 2, right? He had that all-white uniform on, that all-white suit. Did he have it on earlier? He might have, right? And the Poison. Thunderian Power Wand. Alright, so I said I didn't want to go over everything, so I don't want to give everything away about this. And all of these, wow, Kree Militants. A Psionic Ghost. Ooh. Okay, I've said too much already. Now we have this over here. Let's take a look at this one quickly. Menagerie Medley. That must have something to do with the collector. Menagerie, right? Star Shark. Yeah, this is all stuff the collector has. I can feel it. Pirate Commander. Pirate Lackey. A few lackeys. You have to have a lot, right? Because you go through them quite fast. Side schemes, sound the alarm for the space pirates. Honor among thieves. The Milano. The support card. Rogue vessel. Cannonade. Lion side. Hull breach. Power siphon. Special delivery. Oh, the Power Stone. So, spoiler, if you haven't played the Rise of the Red Skull, there's an Infinity Stone in that game too. I wonder what they're building to. Brainstorm. Why isn't that the name of a hero or villain? Is it? Probably is. It's all part of the campaign. The market. Oh! I think this is the first time that we've actually seen Namor depicted on a card. I hope we're going to get a Namor deck soon. I know we're getting a Valkyrie deck. I just wish it was going to be a Namor deck and a Silver Surfer. Oh, then we'll have the classic old school Defenders. Kraven the Hunter. Well, I mean not the card, the picture. Bring it. Close call. Defy danger. Thanos. And I don't think we've seen him depicted in the cards before. Yes, take the fight to them. Armor plating. Heavy cannon. Hyper thrusters. Reactor core. Resolve, onrush, safeguard, sure gamble, cargo hold, mounted laser, navigation column, targeting screen. Looks like Atari. Targeting screen. Oh, let's come up with a grand strategy. Power unleashed, tried and true. Triple threat. Oh, already up to 3 characters. Nice. Then remove this card from the game. More with the Badoons. Side schemes. Gallery of Splendor. There is no escape. Guerrilla tactics. Scree supremacy. Cree. Why did I say Scree for? Badoon Headhunter. Speaking of which, on the hunt. Dead to right. Headhunter's henchman. And fugitive recovery. And I do believe that this is the last one to get through. Let's take a look. Drang the Villain. After Drang schemes, resolve the Badoon's ship charge-up ability. Damn. Level 2 and level 3 Drang. Terrestrial invasion is main scheme. Protect the planet. And there's the Badoon ship we're just talking about. Charge up. Special place 1 barrage counter here. Then if there are 4 more barrage counters here, deal 2 indirect damage to each player and remove all barrage counters from here. Damn it. Dragon Spear. Platoon Engineer. A couple of them. We're gonna run the blockade. Bombardment. Oppressive Armada. Spatial positioning. There we go, Collector. 2 scheme, 1 attack. Elder. Force interrupt. When a card, player or encounter, would be placed into a discard pile from play, put it face up into the collection instead. Oh, that bastard just taking everything. A couple of differences as he flips. Grand Collection. The Grand Collection. Biogram image. Monarch Star Stalker. Wow, that guy is not familiar to me at all. Inconspicuous box, I bet. View the cosmos. Stay a while. Guard. Collector 1A, A1, B1. A2, B2. Interesting. Interesting. The missing Milano. Well, that sucks. Lost in a museum. The Great Escape. Library or Labyrinth. I have you now. There's a lot now, doesn't he? Impossible geometry. Non-Euclidean geometry! Maddening. Nebula? Oh, Nebula villain card, here we go. So this is where these would go with. 20, 21, and 22. Well, not 22. We have Nebula with 1 scheme and 1 attack. The Art of Invasion. Evasion. Warp drive initiated. Nebula ship. Cutthroat ambition. Evasive maneuvering. Unyielding persistence. Oh, she definitely has that. Weapon mastery. A couple of them. A wide stance technique. Lethal Intent. 2 Lethal Intent side schemes. Barrel Roll. Got a couple of them. 19 Combat Ready. And the ones earlier from the other pack. The Combat Ready and 2 Ruthless. To round out her deck. And there we go! Hoo-hoo-hoo! That is nice. Can't wait to get my dividers for this. Get the tray for this. The other tray. Like the one I have for Red Skull I got off of Etsy. Very cool. Very happy with that. And for now, this will have to do to hold everything in place. Alright, so there you go. Unboxing directly back to the boxing. For Marvel Champions, the card game. the galaxy's most wanted. I'm your buddy Big John Ed G from Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.